Good morning to everybody. Students, we are observing the poem The Schoolboy by the romantic poet William Blake. Already we have completed 4 stanzas, and now today we will take another 2 stanzas. This is the 5th stanza. O father and mother, if buds are laid and blossoms blown away, and if the tender hands are stripped of their joy in the spring day by sorrow and care's dismay. Here, dear friends, in this stanza, the child or the schoolboy is in conversation with his parents. He says that if like a flower's buds, that means the child's freedom is snatched away, and his flowers, that is joy, blown away, and if newly grown twigs here means newly acquired joy by the child, are removed at the time of spring, that is when the child has started growing up, like the youth, he, like the flower plant, will be left in sorrow and dismay. This is what this stanza reveals. Let us explain in brief. How can the boy feel himself a joyful mood under a strict vigilance, or so to say, as William Blake puts in his word, under a cruel eye outward? That's why the poet or the child appeals or requests the parents not to make the child to undergo a formal schooling which is rigid according to the poet, which has a negative kind of that atmosphere for a child, which imposes the things which the boy doesn't like. So William Blake, on behalf of child, the schoolboy, requests the parents of the child to give him the required freedom and not to force him to study in such a school, that is formal schooling. O father and mother, he compares the family for child's growth to a tree. This is father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms blown up, and if the tender plants are stripped, this is hope. He says, the poet compares the family or child's growth to a tree. He says, if a child is a plant, here, if a child is a plant, it is a metaphorical, compare the child to a plant. If the child is a plant, his natural abilities are like buds. If blossoms blown away, buds, this is the natural ability of the child. And father and mother, if buds are nipped, the natural ability, if they are nipped and if they are cut off, if you nip the buds, if you cut those buds, how can we expect the blossoming of the bud? How can we expect the blossoming of the bud? We can't expect the blossoming of the flowers. In my introduction, I have referred you as blossoming flower. If in the initial stage, if you are natural exhibiting of talent, your talent is nipped, is cut off, how can we, the teachers, expect the more marks or the more percentage or more success from you? So let the child be free in his learning. How can we expect the child to be a flower or fruit when he grows up? If he is suppressed all the time, if he is snapped all the time, and his natural talent will die, that means his blossoms blown up, his buds are red, and blossoms blown away. His natural talent will die. Then, and if the tender plants are stripped, the tender plants are stripped. This here means the plants should have enough leaves. Enough leaves. The plants should have enough leaves. If you strip all the leaves or delicate plants, if you strip all the leaves or delicate plants, the buds are made, how can you expect the blossoms blown away? Blossoms, they will blown away. They don't have any blossoms. They don't have any blossoming time. If the leaves are cut off, that means if the interest or if the talent of the child is cut off, it is snapped away, it is snipped away, nipped away, it is cut off, then how shall we expect? How shall we accept the natural talent which is going to be exhibited by the child? Then how shall, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the spring day by sorrow and care's dismay, then how shall the summer arise in joy? And then that means if the joy in the springing day, the youthful days, if the buds are nipped, if the buds are cut off, how can it blossom? How can it blossom? How can it flower? How can it give you the flower? Flower means the success. It can't give if buds are nipped, if his talent is cut off. And if the tender plants are stripped, tender plants means tender plants, the very small plant, if they are stripped means to get off, to cut off of their joy. That means tender plants here refers to the joy. There, here means it is the pronoun, there means the school boy or the children's joy. Joy of the children, of the joy in the springing day. When we cut the springing joy, when we cut the joy or the natural talent in when they are tender plant, when they are very child, in the childhood, and of the joy in the springing day by sorrow and care's dismay, they will feel sorrow. They will in dismay. The next one, then how shall the summer arise? How shall the summer arise? Excuse me, 1 minute. Sir. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, next stanza. How shall the summer arise in joy, or the summer's fruits appear? Or how shall we gather what griefs destroy, or bless the mellowing year when the blast of winter appear? The sixth stanza, or the last stanza, is the continuation of the fifth stanza. That means what he has, father and mother, he appeals to his parents. blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springing day by sorrow and dismay, then he questions the parents. How shall the summer arise in joy? In the 6th stanza. The stanza, I have already told you, the continuation from the previous stanza. According to the poet, how summer can be joyful. That means, summer means here old age. Summer can be joyful when the buds of flowers are cut, the flower threw away, and the twigs removed away. The fruit of summer would never appear. The fruit of summer, the summer's fruits appear. How can they appear? The fruits of summer cannot appear. You cannot get it. The fruit of summer. That means in old age, how can we expect from that schoolboy the fruit or the success or the future of that schoolboy? And how can the summers be a blessing when the blast of winter here, the blast of winter appear? The final stanza, the last stanza, is somewhat metaphorical. That means it is a figurative. The schoolboy compares the children to the spring and plants which have been destroyed. According to him, like the flowers, the children too need freedom for efficient growth. Here, the buds should not be nibbled. The blossoms should go away, should flow away, and if the tender plants should not be stripped, then you can expect the fruit of summer. Otherwise, there won't be any fruits of summer. If the freedom, that means the freedom of the child, if it is stripped and if it is nipped and stripped, if the freedom of the schoolboy or the child is nipped and stripped, how can we expect? How shall the summer arise in you? How shall the old age will be very fruitful? How shall the old age will be in a secure period? This is what the poet and the schoolboy asks. And their joy buds are cut off because of schools. They will never be to get properly educated and hence serve the society. The poem is thus a criticism on the way the schools impart education. So here he compares the family for child to growth of a tree, and then let us, some explanation is needed for this last stanza. Summer's fruit here means the talent the child should be having for facing the challenges or the hindrances or the difficulties in his future life. How shall we gather to collect back what is already destroyed by sorrow and care's dismay? If we don't care that plant, if we didn't have attention to the caring of that schoolboy or child, how shall the summer arise in you? How shall the fruit you can expect from them? Mellowing here is old age. That means, how can you make the old age as happy and blessed? When the blasts means here, when the blasts of winter appear. Here means, blast means when the greatest difficulty arises in winter means the year hardships of life. That means in the hardships of life, in the old age, if the buds are nipped, if the tender plants are stripped while he is in the childhood, if all this happen to a schoolboy, there won't be joy in summer, there won't be fruit of summer, there won't be, how shall we gather what grief is destroyed? Because it is destroyed by the grief, it is destroyed by the sorrow. He did not take interest in reading the books. So he is feel himself sorry. So then, that's the mellowing year. How can he be secure in his old age? This is what these two stanzas states. This implies that if childhood pleasures and joys are censored and truncated, that is cut off, to adult life runs the danger of being utterly dry and unproductive. The old age would be miserable. In conclusion, we can say that the poet is not totally against the education. Bear it in your mind, students. The poet William Blake is not totally against the education, but he is only against the unhealthy practices in education, that is formal schooling. He makes it clear that education should be offered in a free and healthy atmosphere. There should not be a cruel eye outward. There should not be too much discipline. There should not be too much restriction. There should not be too much rules and regulations for the schoolboy, because the schoolboy or child wants freedom, wants to have happiness, wants to have joy in the classroom. Such environment, such atmosphere should be created in the classroom by the teachers. This is what they want. There should be enough opportunities to tap their creative potential and turn them into productive human beings. We should turn them, we should create the schoolboys or the children as such that they should be a productive asset for the society. The creative potential, we have to use their potential. That means teaching should be like that. In this way, William Blake puts his views of his school of thought, that is, against for schooling, in these 6 stanzas of the schoolboy. Here ends the poem The Schoolboy by the romantic poet William Blake. Next we will take another poem. Thank you very much.